What's up everyone? Today I want to talk about the top 5 things I did to lose 15 pounds in 30 days with extremely limited exercise. The exercise was maybe 1 walk a day due to an injury. I do want to say I didn't intentionally set out to try and lose weight. It's just something that naturally happened through diet and lifestyle changes. So these top 5 things are things I do religiously every single day. They're a part of my everyday diet, my everyday lifestyle, and they've worked wonders for my body. Maybe they do the same for you. And if you're new here, which you probably are because this is a brand new baby channel, make sure to subscribe, like, do all those things, turn on notifications. I'm gonna just be capturing my journey of getting healthier overall. Hit subscribe. Number 1, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is something, if you're not familiar, basically instead of doing a 24-hour fast or a multiple day fast, you can fast every single day by just restricting the time windows that you're eating and the time windows that you're not eating. So a typical day for me is my first meal of the day is anywhere around 11 a.m., 12 o'clock, or 1 o'clock, just depending on how I'm feeling for the day. And I allow myself about 8 hours to eat in between then, but I really only do about 2 meals a day. So I'm not eating that entire time. Typically, I wake up, I have some coffee in the morning, I drink my coffee black, I have some water, and then come around that, we'll call it noon time, I have my first meal of the day. Most people call that lunch, that's really my breakfast. And then I'll have my second meal of the day, typically around 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock usually at the latest. So that's my dinner. I like to make sure that those meals have a lot of vegetables, some fruits, and protein, good sources of protein to make sure I'm hitting all my nutrients throughout the day and not feeling like I'm lacking anything. Now, the nice thing about this is like once my body adjusted to it, it's so normal. I'm not hungry when I wake up. I'm not hungry wanting snacks after I've eaten dinner, before bed. Those things have just kind of gone away naturally on their own. I think that's a combination of getting used to doing the fasting schedule, but also the type of foods I'm eating. So naturally your body will become less hungry when you're eating more proteins and vegetables. So a typical plate for me might be a piece of salmon with some sauteed kale, some sauteed mushrooms, and like half an avocado with some good extra virgin organic olive oil on top. Like that's a great meal, and that naturally makes me not hungry throughout the day. All right, number 2, no added sugars. So I am very strict on this. I used to love my coffee creamer that had added sugar in it. I would eat desserts. I don't touch desserts now at this point. I'm pretty strict, not saying you have to go be so strict, but no added sugars. Especially adding in like liquid sugars, no bueno. Not good for us, not good for the body. So no sodas for me. I don't add creamer to my coffee. There are creamers you can buy that have 0 sugars, 0 added sugars. I used to hate drinking black coffee, and it was a ritual for me, like my coffee creamer in the coffee. Took a couple of days to get used to drinking black coffee. I tried a long time ago, never worked for me. Now I love it. It tastes good. If you get good coffee and you just drink it black, you don't break your fast, first of all. And secondly, it's better not to add in the extra sugars, the calories, all that. So no added sugars has been a big one. And it really is helpful because it makes it pretty easy to say, can I have this? Can I not have this? Nope. Added sugar, especially liquid added sugar, no good. So I don't touch it. Number 3, eating a balanced whole food diet. So what I mean by that is eating real food. I've completely cut out all processed foods from my diet. I don't even like the word diet because I'm not on a diet. It's just a new way of eating in the way I approach everyday life. So it's about eating natural whole foods, and that's pretty simple, and it makes things very easy when trying to understand like, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? Can I eat this? Can I not eat this? An example is the other night I was making some chicken, and I was gonna do chicken tacos with some gluten-free tortillas. That's what my wife had, and before I gave myself the tortillas, I just said, is this tortilla something that naturally grew, or did someone have to make it? And I went with some natural organic lettuce as my wraps instead. Those things just make it a lot simpler to approach the way you're eating every single day. So just eating natural whole foods from protein, vegetables, fruits, nuts, etc. works wonders for the body. The body doesn't really want all the processed crap, which makes it very easy when going out and trying to eat correctly to just determine what's on the menu and what's not on the menu that you want to consume and put in your body. Number 4, no dairy. So I cut dairy out of my diet. Not saying you have to do that. Some people think some forms of dairy are really good for you. Some people think all dairy is not very good for you. For me, it's not really about that. What resonated with me is like it didn't really work for my body. Dairy was something I was eating a lot of of before as well. A lot of pizza, a lot of quesadillas, things like that. So I've kind of just removed anything I was doing prior to this new journey. I'm just not touching anymore. Dairy being one of those things, and one of those things I would consume a lot of. And fifth on the list, what I did is cut gluten out of my diet. So I've gone gluten-free, but I'm also at the same time on very minimal carbs and grain, all that kind of stuff in the first place. So once in a while, and I mean maybe once every 2 weeks, once a week and a half, I'll feel like I could use some extra carb that I'm not getting through eating sweet potatoes, or you know, natural things that are in vegetables, and feeling like maybe I want a sandwich today. Gluten-free bread always. So 100% gluten-free, and that's also just helped me kind of like minimize the amount of breads I'm eating or eating pasta. I've kind of fully eliminated that from my diet overall, so it feels pretty easy to go gluten-free because of that. And when I do eat, you know, a sandwich here and there, with it being on gluten-free bread, it doesn't feel as bad or as heavy for me, and it's also pretty minimally in my system anyway. All right, so now I'm gonna do a quick little weigh-in. All right, got my scale here next to the Peloton, next to some electrical cords. Forgive the mess. Anyway, here we go. Well, I'm at 214.6. All right, 214.6 it is. Not that bad. It's closer to 200 pounds than I've been in a long time. So I'm happy about that. All right, so 214 pounds, 214.6 pounds. I'm stoked about that number. Like I just said, it's been a long time since I was close to 200 pounds, and it feels good. I'm feeling healthy. I don't wanna make myself obsessed with losing the weight or weighing myself all the time, so I'll probably do like a weigh-in once a month or something like that, and document that to just see how everything's going. Again, my focus here is like being healthy naturally. I think the weight kind of just comes with that as my body responds to the way I'm treating myself now. All right guys, well that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video on the top 5 things I did to lose 15 pounds in 30 days with minimal exercise. Excited for you to watch the next video and follow along on this journey. Don't forget to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, like the video. All that stuff's really awesome and just like empowers us all to be on a journey together, whether you're doing it or not. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.